Okay, today we're going to ride 3N26, which is also known as Blue Ridge. There's actually 4 campgrounds: Blue Ridge, Guffey, Lupin. Lupin's down in Prairie Forks at the bottom. Cavern Flats is a decommissioned one. It's 12 miles down. It's 6 this way and 6 back down in the bottom of Prairie Forks. It's probably one of the wildest areas of our mountain range. We're not going to make it to Cavern Flats today, but the last time I was down there, it was overloaded with bears. So Lupin also has a lot of bears down there, and we'll see what we can do about that. But right now we're going to go past Blue Ridge, we're going to go past Guffey, we're going to look at where the land has fallen down, the sides of the mountains, and we're going to come out. Alright, let's see what we can do. You ready? John's with me today. When you first start out on this road, it's got a bunch of old asphalt from the 20s and 30s, and it was even paved partially in the 40s, but they stopped maintaining it, allowing it to turn back to a dirt road again. And as you can see, the asphalt, I should say asphalt road, the asphalt is slowly breaking up. And it used to be rougher and worse than it is now, but with so many people running over it, it has broken up and actually gotten a lot easier to ride on. Also, the Pacific Crest Trail parallels the Blue Ridge Trail here, or the Blue Ridge Road. And you'll see it crossing, as it does up here, crosses over the road. It's actually over there to my left at this point. And we'll cross over to the right. And then again at Blue Ridge Campground, it'll cross back over to the left. There's the Pacific Crest Trail, both sides. So now the Pacific Crest Trail, which goes from Mexico to Canada, is now on the right side of our road. This is in June 2021, and we are already experiencing a drought up here. Also up here is Mountain High Ski Resort. So we share this side of the mountain with that resort. In the wintertime, they basically take it over. But in the spring, summer, and early fall, we get it back. You can see the ski lifts. Everything smells like warm pine trees. We still have some of this asphalt. Eventually it will run out. Shortly before the campground, Blue Ridge Campground. For those who snowboard and ski mountain high, this sign is familiar to you. Here the PCT comes along the road, you can see it right there, and then goes back over there. This is Prairie Forks down there. Alright, this is Blue Ridge Campground. We'll take a cruise around the campground just to check it out. You can see campers are already here, ready for the weekend. Ready to have a nice weekend. Still some sites open if you want to come. Ski resort. Nice grassy slopes. It'll be brown in a little bit. View down there. Prairie Forks, that's Baden Powell over there. That knob over there is Iron Mountain. It's the toughest hike I ever did. Makes Mount Whitney look like a children's hike. Cool, huh? See him up there? That's Mount Baldy over there with no trees on it. To the left of it's Pine Mountain with the trees. To the right over there with no trees is West Baldy. This is a water reserve for Mountain High over here. They collect water so they can make snow during the ski season. They collect it in this reservoir. Prairie Forks. Looking good down there. Usually there's year-round water down there. As well as the Cabin Flats. At one time, some environmental group said there was some sort of endangered frog down there, so they closed that area off. It began the demise of Cabin Flats. Has year-round water. I horsebacked down there one time. Water is flowing even in drought seasons. But for the most part, since no one goes down there, it's been taken over by bears. One thing about Blue Ridge, it has some good views. A bit exposed, but it has some good views. We're going to hit some sand for a little bit. How about that? That's Pinyon Ridge down there. Over here is a road to the microwave towers back there. They still use some of those, amazingly enough. I see more rattlesnakes, Pacific, across this stretch of road right here where the sand is and any other place in these mountains. Probably see one later today on the way out. Had a bug fly my eye. The dangers of riding with a partial visor open. I mean, check this out. How cool is that? All the way down to the valleys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but over there, in the far distance, that last ridge, is Mount Wilson. It has all the TV towers on it. Pretty cool. Good camping spot with a great view. Up there on that side of that mountain where that granite slab is, a military airplane ran right into that mountain. And sometimes when the sun is right, you can get a glimpse, a reflection off the crashed aircraft. Yikes. Guffey Campground is to the left. We're going to go down for now. Alright, let me give you some views of Prairie Forks. So I don't know what you can see or not see, but you can see a road down there. That wash, you see the dark spot, there's actually still water there. As it goes down over there, where I'm pointing is a campground and a little dirt area back there. There's actually a couple pit toilets there. That is called Lupin. Farther down, if you follow this Prairie Forks, this canyon down, or this valley, you're going to come to Cabin Flats over there. Where, just above where Mine Gulch from Vincent Gap comes down, and then there's a trail, it's actually not a trail anymore. There is a route that the Boy Scouts used to take from Pasadena that would come all the way down there up through here, and they would end at Baden-Powell. At that point, then they would be able to get their badge. It usually takes them 3 days. This over here is the North Backbone Trail that leads to the Blue Ridge Trail and Mount Baldy. And right now the Pacific Crest Trail is on this side. How cool is that? And that aircraft is up there on the side of that mountain. And that's one big slab of concrete. Actually, slab of granite, not concrete. Somebody poured concrete out there. They'd be doing a great job. Alright, let's keep going. A little rocky. Thanks. Okay, we're going to go up. We're not going to go to Prairie Forks. Prairie Forks is 3N and 39 down. We're going to go on 3N06 and take it to the end. There's a Pacific Crest Trail going across there. Now up here, there we go, right here. These things here were put in a long time ago for people who did cross-country skiing. So there's a series of them down here, there, and it goes all the way back towards Guppy. And I believe they were put in the 20s and 30s. That's what I heard, but don't quote me on it. Sometimes some things are urban legends. Hopefully we can see some wildlife. PCT crosses back over there. You can see the little sign for it. You can see the actual trail right there. Okay, we're coming to the first slide. Alright, this is the first slide area. As you can see, that's a high desert down there. Alright, let's move on down. Alright, continuing on. Pacific Crest Trail is up there. We saw a couple through hikers. Some lupin. That flower, purple flower is lupin. Smells good, but it's toxic. Coming up, getting close to the North Backbone Trail that goes to Mount Baldy from the north side. You can see that North Backbone Trail down there going up the side of the, right in the middle of that saddle. And this is the North Backbone Trail. Get out of the way, little chipmunk. And this is the end of the road. We'll take a quick look. This will be the end of the road here. Okay. PCT comes from West Cajon up this way. Continues on that way. As you can see the PCT emblem over there. And the views, spectacular. Cajon Pass down there. I don't know what you can see and what you can't, but that opening down there is Cleghorn off-ramp on the 138. So to the left of that, you can see the Mormon Rocks a little bit. Down there is a 76 station, a Shell, a Chevron, McDonald's. The PCT hikers come up through there, and they have to get up here from down there, and it's quite a slog, a hot, windy trail. And most of it's treeless. Now, these San Gabriel Mountains are unlike other mountains in that this is a really steep place. As a matter of fact, when John Muir came and visited a relative down in Pasadena, he decided to come up to the San Gabriel Mountains to spend a few days and check them out. After just a couple days, he went back to his relative and said he'll never climb these mountains again. That's how poorly he thought of them, because honestly, they're steep, a lot of loose rock, there can be treacherous if you don't know what you're doing. Even the famous John Muir hated these mountains, but we call it home. How cool is that? Okay, that concludes this portion of the ride. The trail always looks different going the other way. We'll save that for another day. Until then, ride safe.